Hey guys, E here from Virginia Grace Living. As you can see behind me, today's video is going to be all about garlic. In this video I'm going to go through and detail exactly how I planted, grew, and harvested this garlic. I am by no means an expert garlic grower or an expert gardener or anything like that. You can watch my channel and see the other videos and just make your determination whether or not you think you should follow me or not. That's up to you. So I planted these garlic cloves back in October from grocery store garlic bulbs.
Alright, so like I said, I actually ended up just buying some organic garlic from the grocery store. We're going to go ahead and separate these cloves out and get them planted.
When you're at the grocery store, you're going to want to grab the biggest heads that you can find, because those are going to have the biggest cloves, and you want to plant the biggest cloves so that you have bigger heads of garlic. So as you're selecting those, just keep that in mind. And then you're going to want to go ahead and separate them. So do not remove any paper off the individual cloves. As you break apart the head of garlic, you're going to want to keep the paper on the cloves. And so you just separate all those out, select the biggest, and carry those out to your garden where you plan to plant. You can plant all in one raised bed like I did. I also put some in along other things. What I would do differently this year is interplant them more and just kind of pop them in around the garden wherever I can fit them in, because they really don't take up much space, and I wasn't crazy about the location that I put the majority of them. I think they would have grown bigger if I had put them in a more of a direct sunlight location. So you want to plant it towards the end of October or early November. Alright, so go ahead and put the root part down. So the root part is where it's flat and the pointy part up, and you want to plant it at least the length of the garlic deep. So put it in deep and then imagine another garlic on top of it, and then that's where you're going to want to cover up with the dirt. Now I would suggest spacing them about 3 to 4 inches apart. I think according to Square Foot Gardening, you can go ahead and put, I think, 9 heads of garlic or 9 cloves of garlic within a square foot. After you've done that, you can go ahead and water them in. After you water them in, that's pretty much it. You don't really have to keep watering them too much. They're very set and forget type crops, so make sure that if it's especially dry, you might want to go ahead and water them some. If you live in an extremely cold climate, you might want to mulch them. I live in Virginia, zone 7B, and we had a fairly mild winter, and I think that's why I was able to go ahead and harvest these. So they were ready way before. I didn't expect to pull them at least until June and possibly July, but as you can see, they're good to go. So if I would have waited till July, I think a lot more of them would have probably rotted in the ground, and that's something I didn't really want after having them 6 months. So just yeah, after you do that, just let them grow. Every now and then you might want to water them if it's super dry, but otherwise they're pretty set and forget. And then what you're going to be looking for when it's time to harvest, you're probably going to be looking to harvest in June or July. Like I said, we had a super mild winter, but if you want to start looking for those leaves from the bottom up. They're going to start turning brown and drying out.
So yeah, I think around this type right here, for example, is kind of getting to where you want it. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves that are wilted and brown. So let's pull this one up and see what we got. A nice head of garlic. You can see the individual cloves that have already formed. We're just going to very lightly dust some of this off. And yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take these and hang them up in the shed. I'll let those hang for, I don't know, probably like a week or so, and then I'll bring them in and let them finish curing, trim up these roots and dust off whatever dirt I can. So kind of like when I hung up the sunflowers last year to dry, I'm just doing the same thing, just bunching these up. If you haven't seen the sunflower video, I'll post a link and you can go ahead and go check that out, where I grew sunflowers and hung them up to dry and processed those for seeds and everything last year. So make sure you click that link and go check that out as well. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and hang all these up. I'm just grabbing them in a bunch. I'm not really counting the bunches, and I'm hanging them up. So there she is. Got about 4 bunches of them. I don't know how many are in each one. I could count them. I've already dried some also in the house, some that matured even earlier than these, but that's exactly what I did. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a message in the comments. And as always, I appreciate you checking out the channel. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Please don't forget to go ahead and share these videos with your friends so we can go ahead and grow this channel, and I can keep putting out more content. So again, thanks for watching. Have a good one.